Hey, it's Pika calling in from Singapore. It is. Wait. Okay, yeah, it's Tuesday night. I wasn't sure. You know me. I'd be like sleep and half sleep and not so sleep and don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Tuesday night. Today I was supposed to go into Growth Tribe, but they canceled the meeting on me just because there are a couple of the things that they need to get done first. So I focused on a piece by Neil Patel that kind of teaches me how to work on content marketing. So that was a lot of reading. It's really hard because I'm pretty sure I read the same page like 27 times before I got to the next page. Just a little distracted lately. And I want to talk to you about that actually. So the episode is called The War Within, mostly because there are a lot of things that we bite our tongue about, okay? Me in particular. I was having a conversation with my brother yesterday, and we were talking about how, in general, because I am comfortable with him, because there are no pretenses between us, there's nothing I have to worry about, is he going to get offended if I say this or say that, I can just totally be myself, and me, unfiltered, is very emotional, am very emotional. What is that? I am very emotional, okay? I don't mince words for nobody. For the most part. Unless, of course, there are extenuating circumstances, I don't feel like pissing you off and dealing with the whiplash that comes afterwards. But yeah, so I was talking to him and I was telling him about a situation that I'm quite unhappy about. I kind of go, it's like a roller coaster at the moment. Sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's not. And sometimes I can handle it and sometimes I can't. So it's been a little bit of a roller coaster and I wasn't sure what to do or if I was going about it the wrong way or what. So I needed my twin to kind of help me out. So I called him up and, he was like, you know what? I am amazed by you. And I was like, wait, which way are you going with this? He goes, I am amazed by you because you are not the kind of person to bow down to anyone. You are not the kind of woman to hold your tongue for anyone. You are not the kind of woman that if you are pissed off, you don't let loose on whoever it is that you're pissed off with. And I was like, okay, so what you getting at? And he goes, why are you doing it this time? Why are you holding your tongue? And I said, well, for one, I'm not at that comfort level with this person. For two, I'm worried that if I really speak my mind, they will disappear. He was like, all right, fine, yeah, I guess I understand. But still, you're not doing yourself any favors. And you know what? He's absolutely right. The world does have good people and bad people in it, okay? The world has regular people in it that have good sides and bad sides to them. It just depends on which angel wins out at the time, right? But the world is not going to hell in a handbasket because the bad guys are winning. The world is disintegrating. It's like descending into chaos because good people are biting their tongues. Why? Because they value one relationship or two relationships above everything else that's going on. Why? Because they don't feel like getting into the process of, fighting anything because they don't want to lose what little they do have. Good people out there see stupid shit happening and are turning a blind eye. And that is why we're descending into chaos. I saw, I was walking, it was Amokyo Hub, and I was walking towards the NTUC Fair Price, okay? And as I was walking along with my daughter, she has my hand. Every time we go anywhere, she has to hold my hand. Why? Because I'm paranoid, and I love her, and I can't be without her. So yeah, I need her to hold my hand. It's a comfort thing for me. And plus, I need to know where she is. Okay, so she was holding my hand, we were walking along, we're talking or whatever, and then all of a sudden, right in front of us, this little boy comes running out of nowhere, and he's like laughing and joking and running around, but I'm looking around, I don't see a parent in sight. It's a little Indian boy, and I'm looking around, and I don't see any Indian people anywhere near, besides me. So I'm over here like, yo, where is this child's parent? What's going on? How is he running? And plus, he don't have any shoes on. I don't know what's going on, but he's like just running rampant by himself, and I was like, where is his parents? I stopped and I looked at him, and the minute I made eye contact, I guess he got nervous and he ran back to wherever his parents were. Like I could see them all of a sudden. All of a sudden I did notice them. And I was thinking, wow, like seriously? They let their kids run around like that? But more importantly, I also noticed no one else stopped. Not a single other person stopped to find out, hey, there's a parent close by, right? Everybody else went along their business, like not paying attention, just kept on going. And you know what I've realized? Back when I was growing up, that wasn't the way people lived. That wasn't the way people reacted to stuff like that. They see something out of place, they felt a moral obligation to get up and check it out. They see some kid crying, and they felt a heartstring pull or something, and a moral obligation to get up and check on that child. If they saw some child running up and down the damn, the hallway in front of a store without a real adult that looked like they belonged to each other, like anywhere nearby, they would probably stop and watch, as I did, before they reached out to say something to the child to make sure the child was okay. Now, obviously, this child was laughing and carrying on like nothing was wrong anyway. But the fact remains, I didn't see an adult anywhere close by, and I got worried. I'm hearing about Amber Alerts all over Hampton, okay? I'm hearing about this child was kidnapped. I heard some whack-ass story about some parent had punished their 3-year-old and made them stand outside the front door and then got upset the fact that they disappeared. What is wrong with you? Are you crazy? A 3-year-old, man, come on. Do they really need corporal punishment like that? That's cruel, unusual, it's unfair. What are you teaching that child? Ugh. So bottom line is, if you hold your tongue, if you don't speak your mind, do you realize how much energy you take up afterwards worrying about why you should have or shouldn't have, or, what you let slide? I don't know about you. Maybe y'all are numb or something. I am not numb. Whenever I hold my tongue, it bothers me. It pisses me off some more. And then I start wondering about whether I'm competent at all or not. It starts a war within myself. And yeah, I might be trying to keep the peace on the outside, but damn, I got all kinds of craziness to deal with on the inside all of a sudden. And no, I'm not saying go be selfish, put your peace first. But I am saying, well, is it worth it not to say something? Am I being smart? Am I being tactical by not saying something? Don't I owe it to that person as a decent, honest human being to tell them, yo, the hell is your problem? What are you doing that for? And give them a chance to course correct? That is something I did with my marriage. I did. Anytime something bothered me, I kept it. And finally it becomes something that I could not say anything anymore. And I justified it to myself like, no, but if I tell him, then he has a chance to correct it at least before I walk away. So it became like that. I started telling him what was wrong. And depending on his reaction or whatever, I'd either tell him a second time or just never tell him again and get up and walk away. But don't you owe it to them to give them that chance to change? Maybe they are dense. Maybe they're thick-skinned. Maybe they're completely stupid and don't get the whole damn picture. Maybe you need to tell them. And then see what happens. Because once you tell them, the ball's in their court. They got to do something about it, right? But if you don't tell them and you assume they understand what you're feeling, can they change anything? It's not worth it to experience war within your own mind. That's too much drama. That's too much noise. You got enough shit to worry about, like what to eat for lunch. And maybe if you need something sweet after lunch, because, sweet things are good. And how are you going to keep from falling asleep after you eat a big lunch, because carbs do that to you? And how are you going to completely continue with your work after that, if you can overcome the sleepy feeling? I'm being stupid, obviously. I'm trying to be comedic. Not sure if I won or lost on that one, but it's okay. The point being, you have other things you need to worry about. Do you really need added noise inside there? Shouldn't you be removing as much clutter and static noise as you can so you can have an easier time listening to your intuition and doing the right thing? So today I made a decision, and it's funny because I made the same decision yesterday and I got like Kulumbafind. I got confused because obviously something happened and changed the course of what I was going to do. I had decided I was going to put this person on the back burner. I had decided I was going to put that person away because I could no longer spend any more energy worrying about what was going on. So I put him away. And I was completely happy. I was happy with my decision. I'd found a way, around it. I was feeling pretty good. And I don't know, somehow that person felt the fact that I pulled back and decided to rear their head again. I waited before responding, which I don't normally do, but then I did respond. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not going to ignore you. That's not who I am. I know what it's like to be depressed. I know what it's like to be very, very confused. I know what it's like to be in a lot of pain. So I tend not to ignore people because it kills me when people ignore me. Okay? So I'm not going to do unto you what I would not like to have happen to me. So that being said, I did wait a little while. Wait about 10 minutes. And then I decided to write back and I was like, you know what? I'm so sorry. I'm on the train right now. Are you okay? And that character ghosted on me again. Till now, I still have not heard from this character. Brilliant, right? But guess what? Whether that person is upset about having heard from me, not having heard from me, whatever, I'm upset. And it's running through my mind constantly. And I don't need this kind of noise. So I started a war within myself. Why? Because I accepted an apology without putting that person in their place, telling them how much it hurt. Why? Because I thought I was protecting the relationship. I enjoy the few friendships that I have. I don't have that many. I have a lot of acquaintances. I've had a lot of people who were close to me at one point or another in my life and then have moved on with their life, which is fine. We move in different directions. I'm not going to be in the US forever. I might not be in Singapore forever. But we move in different circles. We move in different directions. And, your life path will take you away from mine. But if we're actually really good friends, we could pick up no matter where we are. No matter how much time has passed. And we'll be like, nothing ever changed. But yesterday, I accepted an apology without putting that person in their place. And somehow, I wound up back at square one. Even though, like I said, yesterday I'd made the decision to put them behind me. Because I could not afford to spend that kind of energy in an unproductive, destructive manner. And here I am again, doing the same thing. So I'm right now consciously making that same effort one more time. If the opportunity should present itself, I will speak my mind. Because like my brother said, it is absolutely true, I don't hold my tongue for anyone. And yes, most times it's because I could care less if you're my friend or not. And in this particular case, I care. I care a lot. But like I said, I'm not in that comfort zone like I am with my brother, where he knows me backwards and forwards. He knows every scar. He knows every scratch. He knows every birthmark. He knows everything. He knows everyone I ever beat up. Everyone who ever bullied me. Every time I stood up for both my brothers. Every time that I had to escape and leave the world behind for like a couple of days, he knows every story. So I was comfortable with him. And he and I will have knockdown, drag out conversations. Like, we will argue until he grits his teeth and pisses me off because I can hear him gritting his teeth and I'm just being, irritating like I can be and playing the devil's advocate, which he hates. And by the way, he does the same thing to me. But we get on each other's nerves. But I know at the end of that conversation, once I've gotten all my nonsense out of me, and we've gotten to the point of the damn conversation, I know he's got my back. Just like he knows I got him. So I don't feel threatened by opening my mouth in that relationship. And for people who barely know me and people who really don't matter to me, I could care less if you get your feelings hurt when you talk to me. So I don't mince words. Now, coming into a coaching situation, I have to mince words a little bit more because I don't need you to concentrate on what I said. I need you to concentrate on what you're going through and what you're about to do. But like I said, It all depends on my comfort level with you. The kind of character you pull out of me really depends on you. But I think I'm finally at the decision not to hold my tongue and create more war for myself. Yes, I'm a warrior. Yeah, I've been fighting since I was a little kid. But the last thing I need is to fight myself. That is self-destructive. And what good will I be to my daughter, to my coaching clients, to my friends, to my family? What good would I be if I allowed that kind of negativity in my life? And this is fighting my own mind, okay? Back and forth like a freaking ping pong ball. It's not worth it. It's destructive. It's a waste of perfectly good energy. So I'm telling you tonight, the world isn't going to hell in a handbasket because of bad people taking over. Yeah, Trump's a little bit of an idiot. We all know that. But it's not Trump that's sending the U.S. into a downward spiral. You know we all outnumber him, right? Why don't we stand together? He's depending on us being divided. He's depending on that. Him and whoever his, those old coots that are hanging out with him, whatever. They're depending on us being divided. We outnumber them by a mile, okay? Stop holding your tongue. Say what you mean. Try not to be mean about it. Try not to be rude, obviously. Get to the point. Say what you mean. Say what you feel. Get it off your chest. Don't start that war in your head. There's nothing like a bunch of monkeys running around your head with ideas that have no sense, thoughts that don't need to be thought, lots and lots of negativity bouncing back and forth. You don't need that, man. Life is already complicated. You already got enough stuff on your plate. Don't start that shit in your head. Those crazy ass dialogues that eat away at who you are and how you feel about yourself, don't do that. Focus your energy. Say what you mean. Get it off your chest. As simply and as precisely as you can. Just get it off your chest. You are hurting me by doing this. It upsets me when you do this. It hurts to be ignored. I don't like it. Keep pushing me away, and I'll get used to where I am. Don't hold your tongue. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to degrade the other person. You have to bring them down to your level and beat them to death. You don't have to do none of that. State the facts. I don't like this. This upsets me. All right, you guys. So, kind of sober moment today. But I'm telling you, I'm having a go at it. It's difficult. But just like you choose to love someone over and over again, excuse me. Just like you choose, right? In a marriage, you choose every day. I'm going to love this person. I'm going to take care of this person. I want to be in this person's life. You try every day. Just like that, you need to do the same thing for you. I saw a quote today that says, you need to treat other people well. It was like a question posed to someone. I don't remember the details. But basically, the other person responded in kind by saying, what others? If you treat everybody as if you would treat yourself, as if they were an extension of yourself, you would treat them kindly, right? You would take care of them, right? So yeah, what others? You treat everyone as if they're an extension of yourself, which also means treat yourself kindly. We're real quick to put ourselves on the back burner. We're real quick to forget that, you know what, you should probably take care of yourself as well. I know for a long time I figured, I can't be part of the equation. That would be selfish if I took care of myself, and I waited for the universe to take care of me. And it did. little by little. But it wasn't the same. I should have been taking care of myself too. I was busy putting myself down in my own head. That war inside your head, that war within, super destructive. Say what you mean, be precise, don't be rude. You get what I'm saying? Can you dig it? Alright. Well, hopefully more levity tomorrow, okay? But for now, I'm going to sign out, and I'll catch you tomorrow night. Bye.